Timmy tries to talk to his fairy godfather, but Cosmo still can't understand him and jumps on Timmy's backside to set up camp. Cosmo wants to call some of his old friends, attempting to be optimistic, but he realizes that he's nobody to call. So as a result, he starts to cry because he misses Wanda. Back at Timmy's house, Wanda finally has time to write a romance novel for the ages. The next morning, Timmy's parents call him to breakfast, and Doyle excitedly scrambles in the kitchen yelling, "Food!" over and over, burying his face into his bowl of cereal. His mother thinks he's just hungry, but his father says that is how all the kids are eating their cereal and tries to mimic it to be hip. The school bus pulls up and Doyle runs out of the kitchen to chase it. He gets to school and starts to do weird things like sniff AJ's behind and drink from the toilet bowl. Francis walks into the boys' bathroom just then, and Chester remarks to him that Timmy is tougher because he's drinking from the toilet. So Francis starts to do the same to prove he's tougher. Chester and AJ join as well. Outside the school, Wanda is chatting with some of her fairy friends in a tree and tell her that their godchildren switch places with animals too. One of the fairies says their godchild Sophie switched with the frog, and Wanda remarks, "Don't they dissect those?" causing her friend to panic and poof away. Wanda decides to go check on Timmy. Chester and AJ are wondering why Timmy is acting so strange. Doyle catches a frisbee with his mouth and then sees that they hit a baseball, so he goes to catch it. Wanda sees him and goes for him while her friend holds Sophie, who is still in the body of the frog and attached to a tray. She asks Wanda if doing that isn't easy. Then the frog in Sophie's body passes in front of them, jumping and croaking happily. At the Dimstill Veterinarian Clinic, Vicky and Timmy are waiting when they are called in by Dr. Snipowitz, who brings them into his surgery room where he shows Vicky all the horrible weapon tools he uses to fix pets. Cosmo notices that Timmy is about to get fixed and asks him why he didn't say something, getting growl in response. Timmy bites Dr. Snipowitz's leg, and he drops the Snipmaster 8000, breaking his leash and allowing Timmy to escape out of the window. Timmy sniffs around while Cosmo trails him and points in the direction of Doyle, with Wanda not far behind him. Cosmo calls over and waves to Wanda, so when she looks back to smile back, it causes her to crash face first into a light post. While Doyle and Timmy run into the entrance to Dimsdale Park nearby, Cosmo happily rushes over and greets the dazed Wanda and asks her if she missed him multiple times. Carries on, explaining his day without her, but she grabs him by the throat and says she did. Inside the park, Doyle is chasing a ball when Timmy puts his paw over it and confronts him. Timmy asks Doyle and barks to speak out the words to wish them back to normal, but Doyle refuses, saying that he can understand dog perfectly and that he's just being a jerk and wants to say human because he has opposable thumbs. Timmy attacks Doyle while Cosmo and Wanda watch on. Cosmo is more concerned about talking his and Wanda's time apart from each other, gets jealous when she keeps talking about Timmy and not him. His jealousy gives Wanda an idea, and she transforms into a pretty poodle, causing Doyle to run over her and start trying to pick her up. Wanda says that she has a toy bone for a real dog to chew on, but it can't be Doyle because he's just a boy with a silly pink hat. And she goes over to Timmy, causing him to become envious. Doyle shouts out that he wishes he was a dog again, and Cosmo changes Timmy and Doyle's bodies and returns them to normal. Doyle, now back in his original body, barks at Wanda and tries to flirt with her, but she says that she's happily married and poofs away. Doyle begins barking angry, but Timmy wishes for the dog to have a muzzle and be trapped in a small cage. Vicky finds Doyle squashed and helpless and brings him to the vet to be fixed. That night, Timmy is watching television with an unhappy Doyle when Vicky introduces her new pet hamster, Spunky, and then feeds him a juicy steak. Knowing that this means Vicky's going to get him fixed, Timmy and his fairies nearly tell Spunky what's going to happen, but he greedily defends his steak, thinking they want to steal it from him. So Timmy declares he can find out on his own, and he, Cosmo, and Wanda laugh.